So if you've been hanging around a bit, you've probably seen that I've photographed a few comedians at a time. You know, I have a lot of unknown comedians and some comedians that you know. I guess you've got the Nanette cover is probably my most well-known photo, but if you go back about 15 years, you've got lots of Danny Boy, Adam Hills, Tripod, even, UK people like Lee Mack, Lenny Henry, Mike Watson, who might even pop up in this video. So yeah, I've photographed heaps of them over the years, and that's just came because I had a love of comedy. And before that, I actually wanted to photograph bands and stuff. But the thing is, bands go to the band room after a gig. Comedians went to the bar. And if you knew the right comedy places to go to, you could just go up to the comedians and talk to them at the bar. And unlike a lot of people, I wasn't weird. Actually, I was. So, I was weird, but I wasn't annoyingly weird. And once I started doing a few portraits of comedians, just a few random people, other comedians kind of realized that I could actually take photos. And then, let me take their photos, which leads me to where I am today, because I'm basically doing another quick photo shoot for fun of comedian, because I haven't done them for ages. If you go back 20 years ago, I was shooting heaps of comedians, but times change, things move on, get busy and stuff, so let's go see what happens. So this is where I actually have spent a lot of time waiting in this hotel foyer, because this is the hotel where all the comedians, international ones for the comedy festival, stay. Well, I think they've always stayed here. This is where I've always come to meet them. Basically, back in the days before phones, I'd have to go over to reception and get them to call them to say that I was here. But now, I just text them. Yeah. So hopefully, someone shows up. Because a lot of the time, comedians didn't show up. I'd organise a shoot with them, organise time, and they wouldn't rock up. And it was frustrating. And then I'd just sit here for hours. Maybe not hours, but I sat around here for a while, waiting for comedians to rock up. So, let's see if we kept waiting again today. Alright, so I'm here with Mark still. Because we just did that bit. Not very good bit, video guy.
Well, it's not your...
It's not my thing. Oh, if we turn around this way, get the light better though. So
yeah.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
So, what was it, 17 years ago?
Yeah, it was, 2007. Oh, no, hang on, is that 60? That's 16 years.
Yeah.
Plenty, isn't it? A decade and a half, one back.
So I was waiting in a hotel foyer for someone, I don't know who. They didn't show up. But you walked past and I said, hey, can I take a photo? And you said...
Couldn't see why not, really. I think I was either hungover or certainly not quite mentally together. So I almost was I almost assumed I was meant to have or something.
Yeah.
I've seen you quite a few times grab photos in that way, just by being not intrusive, but just basically if you don't ask, you don't get. Is the mentality, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. I must have known who you were already.
Yeah, we'd already met.
But I wasn't, as you say, I was not expecting you to photograph me that day. So and that became my poster image for the 2008 Edinburgh Fringe, but it wasn't even from a planned photo shoot.
Yeah.
It was,
and that's what's happened to most of my shoots. So literally what I would do would meet up with a comedian for coffee. What did we just do?
We just met for coffee.
We met for coffee.
And now the story checks out.
Yeah, it's real. It's not like
this is real.
It wasn't planned at all.
It's not one of those mockumentary type setups. No. This is life.
Yeah. And so now I'm in an alleyway. I'm just going to take a picture. Yeah. All right.